All right, so this is the expedition draft here. We're starting right from the beginning. I'm going to explain what's going on with, how this works in terms of what cards you're picking, et cetera, et cetera. So this is pick number 1. So how this works in Legends of Runeterra is your first pick and your second pick will be champions with a bunch of associated cards with them, and you'll tend to, you get a whole bunch of synergy picks based on the faction you picked. Going forward, so it's pretty important. There'll also be wild cards that just may or may not actually work with your deck at all, but we'll get to that when it shows up. So my 3 initial choices are an Elise-based thing, so that's going to start giving us Elise is Shadow Dial, Shadow Dial-based cards. There is Zed, will start giving us Ionian cards going forward with the synergy, or we could do Ezreal and get a bunch of Ezreal-associated cards and get a bunch of Zon Piltover stuff. So, pretty important pick here. Do I want to do Spider Spam? They actually just changed Elise, so let's take a quick look at this here. Starter, you have 3 plus spiders. I don't actually remember what the hell they did with her. I haven't done her yet. Zed is always really, really good. Recall all other allies. Yeah, I'm not super fond of that. I don't really like these 2 cards too much. Ezreal, I haven't done a nuking deck yet, and if we get an Ezreal this early, we could try. I mean, this could fantastically blow up in our faces, and it's a bit risky, I suppose. But the thing is, this is my my second attempt at this expedition. So, and I got like 5 wins on the last one, which is not bad. I'd be kind of content with that. So I could try something slightly more risky and like really try for a super spell heavy deck. I feel like that would work decently well with all the crap I'm seeing people use. So, Jeffy, you're off. Right, thanks for joining us. Spider, the concept amuses me, but I think we're gonna try. Wait, what are scrap scuttlers again? Oh, this is that discarding crap, isn't it? I mean, I guess it's just junk that gets in the way. I guess everything has cards here that are not so good. I think the thing that comes with the best cards here so far is Elise. These are all very useful. Zed just comes with some stuff I don't really want. Ezreal comes with a Mystic Shot, which is obviously nice. That works with Ezreal. But I mean, this is just kind of pretty whatever. Not a huge fan of that, but let's try Ezreal. Like I said, I think we can experiment. I'll afford to experiment a bit here. Okay, so this is going to be our second faction. Like, what ends up getting paired with Ezreal, essentially. Or Zon and Piltover. I don't really want Noxus, I don't think. Tryndamere would be okay. Let's see now. It spells, you just have to target something. So actually, this wouldn't be bad either. Spinning axes in hand, yeah. Callista would be, I guess that wouldn't be bad either. If I go, the thing is, even if it's not necessarily the best, I have I've played quite a bit of a Zon Freljord deck in Constructed, so I'd know how to build it fairly efficiently. I mean, I'd probably figure this one out pretty quickly too, but I don't think I want... Play or strike. Create Spinning Axe. And Spinning Axe is... let's just make sure here. Play, discard 1, give an ally. Yeah, it doesn't target enemies, so that doesn't actually really do much for us. And late game is really, really good in this. Like, just because people don't have the most efficient decks, it goes to, like, super late game much more often, and Tryndamere is really good in the late game. So I don't think I would mind having that. Raven summons more... What? He just summons these... Whoops. He just summons these things. These target allies. You can't target allies. I'm gonna go with Tryndamere. I think, like, it's easier to just buff Ezreal up with a whole bunch of targeted ice shit. So let's go ahead and do that. So anyway, so like I said, now for the most part, except for the wild picks, we'll be seeing Freljord and Zon cards. I think almost exclusively. It should be exclusively. So this is a synergy pick here, you guys can see. So we can either get the Alpha Wild Claw and this guy. When I survive damage, grant me. Okay. Death's Door. Golden Crush Bot. I don't think I want that. Summon a Legal Contraption. I don't think I want that. Just a quick look. Yeah, don't want it. Spellbound. When I'm summoned, grant me this 4 and quick attack if you cast 6. I'm not a huge fan of that guy. Oh, this game. Never mind. I thought it was that turn. It's like, that's not very good. To play, discard 2 and then draw 2. It's a spell, but it doesn't work with Ezreal. I'm actually kind of considering this. This is not the kind of thing I would normally put in a constructed deck, but in this sort of environment, these are not bad. Like, it's just tough to deal with these big creatures that show up. And it's fairly easy to survive a bit of damage, so that's fine. This guy kind of ends up being like a magnet for all kinds of things. And since I'm not super keen on either of those, and I may or may not even end up with a 6-cost spell, and I don't want Rummage. That would have been nice with Draven or something, but I think I'm going to go up with just kind of basic. Let's run with that, you know. You ever say it's kind of a baseline since we don't super know what we're working with here yet. So that is overrunning, right? Okay. Progress. They draw 3, then reduce their cost by... Well, I remember that card. Cast a spell. No, so we don't want that. I mean, these are handy. Again, they both target. This is an okay unit. This is Overwhelm plus Regen. Oh, Regen. The thing is, it's very difficult to rely on your champions too, because you only get one. You know, if it's constructed, you can have like 3 of the really important champs. So I'd have 3 Ezreals in the deck, and then I would just spam spells. But it's not necessarily guaranteed we're ever going to see Ezreal. Where if I had 3, pretty easy. Marksman does work with Ezreal. I have it in my Ezreal deck, but again, we may never see Ezreal is the problem. And this is just a straight up, you plunk it down and it's good when everyone has a so-so deck. And I still get one targeted thing, which is that there. So between these two, I think I'm going to take that. Okay, True Shot Barrage plus the Beam, those are really good. Stalking Wolf, don't really want that. I don't really want that either. Oh wait, did I get another synergy pick? What was the last thing? Last thing was a synergy pick, I think, right? Did I just get 2 in a row? I might have gotten 2 synergies in a row. I forgot I'm supposed to be going over what's actually happening here. But anyway, like I said, synergy pick, True Shot Barrage, Thermal Beam, yeah, double nukes, I'll take that. True Shot is quite nice. Or can be quite nice. Yeah, it's just a nice mana dump. Okay, so here's Wild. This is just God knows what's going to show up. We're seeing like Demacian stuff. Although for the most part, it's actually... So this is Demacian here. This is Freljord? Oh, are you Noxian? I can't remember. No, she's Freljord. Pretty sure she's Freljord. Create a random spell in hand, refill your mana. Yeah, so that's pretty good for what we want to do. When I'm summoned, refill 2 mana. Yeah, so I want to be like a largely spell-based, or rather, if I'm largely spell-based, these are 2 very good cards. Silvering Scout, Laurent, yeah, we don't want those. Let's add more spells. There we go. 7 and 7. We're split. You guys can't see it because my face is in the way. But I currently have 2 champions, 7 units, and 7 spells. That's not a good breakdown, or at least I don't really find it to be one. But we'll see. I don't actually remember what the breakdown is in my actual spell deck. So, moving on. And we got another synergy pick here. So we got Stalking Wolf. Don't want this. I wouldn't mind taking another maybe. Eager Apprentice plus Flash of Brilliance. Okay, didn't we just have that? Jury, when cast, discard a card. Or when cast or discarded, summon. Yeah, so this is a discard thing. I don't really want to deal with that. This is crap. Really, I would say... This... Like, I wouldn't mind another one of those, but these are my best. Yeah, these fit best with what I'm doing. Okay, They Who Endure. When I'm summoned, grant for each ally that's died this turn. The thing is, it's not super creature heavy, so this is not going to be as useful as you might think, and it comes with a Lonely Poro, which I don't give a shit about. Also, this is a wild pick, by the way, so we're going Synergy Wild, looks like. Pack Mentality. Give an ally and all other allies of its group plus the resilient overwhelm this round. No. See, but it comes to the Mystic Shot. That's the problem. To play this, discard 1, plus 3. I really want the Mystic Shot, but I don't want Pack Mentality. Whereas True Shot Barrage is nice. It's a 7 cost, but it's nice. And Get Excited. I mean, it's like I would rather have a Mystic Shot than Get Excited. But this, like this, I could just see that being a dead card a lot of the time. I don't think there's too much synergy in terms of what my types are looking over things. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything. I got like 1 Poro. That's kind of it. So it'd be like a super expensive +3/+3 overwhelm. Yeah, let's add this to the deck. So now we got 10 spells, 8 creatures. Brittle Steel, Elixir of Iron. Okay. It's another synergy pick, by the way. Eager Apprentice, Flash... Oh my god. It's getting to the point where, despite the fact that I want these things here, I'm going to need to start maybe putting some creatures in here. I really like this unit, actually. I don't mind this one. It is a character, but I mean, it's like a 2/1. It basically facilitates spells there. Whereas these actually kind of do something. This one's a bit of a tough call. These wouldn't be terrible either, but... and the thing about Flash of Brilliance is not necessarily consistent. It's a random spell. I have how many of them already? There's 3 cost, right? I have 2. Like, that's a lot of just random shit is going to show up in my hand. Yeah, these are very good threat champions. Let's go, or characters. So we're 10 and 10 between champions and whatchamacallits now. Yeti. Chempunk Shredder. Eager Apprentice. Transform a follower into another follower. Who would I like I could transform something terrible into one of these for 6 cost? Comes with an Eager Apprentice. That's actually a bit of a difficult question here. I have too many Eager Apprentices. This is also tempting too, because Catalyst is nice. And it comes with a Yeti who is... He's annoying. Chempunk Shredder. With all the nuking I have, I can see the nuking putting it over the edge. He's AoE though, so he doesn't count towards Ezreal's targeted thing. I think in this instance I'm going to go with the Chempunk Shredder. Yeah, let's go with it. Another Eager Apprentice. Okay, I need to start avoiding Eager. Oh, so another synergy pick here. I forget what the last one was. Anyway, another synergy pick. Another Eager Apprentice. We're not doing that. Hawk of Omen, Mighty Poro, Rising. Oh, So this is an Ezreal card. So I'm going to quick attack this round. Could be useful. Comes with that. I think it's actually the most useful thing for us here, because I don't really want any of this stuff. Like, this isn't bad. I would like a 1 cost, I guess, to just plunk down. I'm gonna go with go with this, I guess. So 13 to 11 units dispels. Another brittle steel. So we got a wild pick here. When I'm summoned, create a random card in hand for each back alley barkeep you've summoned. Oh, that's not summon. So I don't want any of that. Ancient Yeti. End of round. Reduce my cost by 1. In this sort of situation, cards like this aren't bad. But I think I gotta go with this here. More spells. It's healing. I mean, it basically stalls towards some kind of endgame, but, I mean, to what end? I mean, I guess Tryndamere and stuff is quite good. So here's a synergy pick. So after this, we're going to have 1 more pick, and then 15 is going to be a trade thing. So we'll see that coming. All right, so we got a Eager Apprentice. No. Astute Academic. When you draw a card, give me 1 this round. I don't have too much drawing, I don't think, do I? Discard 1. Okay. It's like a cycling. This is actually not shaping up that great, I don't think. Like I realize these decks are not supposed to be super efficient, but I'm really not actually liking what I'm seeing at all here. I mean, I guess I could do this and keep filling up my mana bar and then just get semi-cheap 5/5s. It's a bit late for that. But it is a possibility. Neither of these are particularly attractive. This is all actually pretty bad. I mean, it's some cheap stuff early, certainly. And it helps me cycle through stuff I might not necessarily want in hand. Yeah, actually, I guess this is a bit more attractive than it would be in Constructed, simply because you're just going to have stuff you don't want in hand. Especially this deck. Yeah, this deck especially. It's going to be... I think there's a lot of stuff in here I just am not going to want. Wait, when did I get a Mighty Poro? That must have been really early. I think I'm fine with it, just because I don't want any of the other thing. I would take Eager Apprentices, but I already have how many? 4 or 3? That's enough of those. Okay, last pick. It's wild. Mystic Shot, and oh my god. See, I keep getting... Ugh. Damaged ally +3/+3. Did I take that damaged guy? I think I did, didn't I? I don't really want either of those. I don't actually have that much freezing. But it does target at least. It's a bit rough, you know. I mean, yeah, it uses my spell mana, but then it's spell mana to summon garbage, right? But it does give me a Mystic Shot. My concern is, again, like, these games don't tend to last, or rather, they tend to last longer than Constructed. So if I have a bunch of early game trash, it's like, and this deck isn't even really good enough to kill early. But then again, none of these other choices are particularly late game either. Like, this is pseudo late game. And this doesn't specifically target, I think. I don't think this thing, stuff like this, If it's AoE, I don't know if it counts towards Ezreal. And I'm not even like, I don't even want to think about, you know, the off chance we get Ezreal or something. So let's just go with this. Mystic Shot's good. So I can swap. Oh, okay, that's good. So I can swap that for that. Catalyst for that. No. Academic for Stalking Wolf. Well, I mean, I guess that's the good thing about the whole trade thing is like there's a lot of good options here because my cards suck. So yeah, this is a speed bump card essentially, whereas this can have offensive application. Stalking Wolf is okay. I mean, it's better than this. I want to keep this, but this is also... It's too bad this wasn't somewhere else. Because this is one of the cards I would actually want to keep. Or rather, I think it's the only card I actively want to keep. Oh yeah, and also you can only trade one. I should have explained that. But... Challengers, like I said, there's not a question that this is better than this for our deck. But... It's a question of how much better is this compared to this from this compared to this. I think you like the idea of Scrap Dash Assembly way too much. Like, all it does is slightly slow things down. I'm gonna go... How many one-cost characters do I have? I only got the 2, right? Oh. The problem is, like, this gives them a chump blocker, too. So, well, let's look at this. In terms of just a unit, I would want Quick Strike versus Challenge. I mean, it's like an extra nuke to take out priority targets. Let's just go with that one. It's not gonna make or break the deck. Like, this is a bit substandard. But anyway, that's the deck. We've made it. And we're gonna see how it does now. Oh, and of course, as you go along, you get to exchange stuff and you get more cards. And at some point, you get another champion. So yeah, that's how the draft selection process